Hello, my name is Red. I'm a creative life coach that focuses on general well-being as well as the writing process and how it should feel good to those who want to take part in the practice. I grew up in Vancouver, Washington, and I went to an art school where I focused on the practice of writing from 6th all the way through 12th grade. And then as I jumped around colleges, you know, classic, had to leave town, so I left to Italy. It was fine. Um, and then I came back and I went to Clark College, and then I finally found Evergreen State College. All of my peers at the art school said it was so easy to get into because it was just like a continuation of the art school. And lo and behold, I did in fact have a great time there. I was able to join the writing center as a writing tutor, and it was there that I found my actual role in supporting folks who have writing, whether or not they consider themselves a writer. What I mean by that is I was able to support folks from many different classes, from creative writing to journalism to, scientific writing. And no matter who came to me, I was able to discern where they were on their journey, as some might say, within a specific piece of writing. And I could support them from anywhere from their brainstorming, if they had zero ideas about what to write about, to final proofreading. Usually people were in the sort of revision stage where they were still figuring out their main ideas and arranging everything and filling their ideas out. But my favorite part was how I never ended a session without giving the writer or anti-writer or not writer the tools for their next steps. They always left confidently with next steps that they knew that they could accomplish. From there, I worked in the communications and marketing department at the Evergreen State College as well, where I had the most beautiful team to support me as a news fellow. And I learned about, factual journalism and interviewing and all the good nuggets that come with that. And then I continued my education at Evergreen, and I also joined the Zura Health Academy, which is a wellness coaching academy led by twin sisters Jessica Macbeth and her sister Kylie Macbeth. You can find them both on Instagram. Kylie is known as Being is Beautiful. Go check it out. She's great. Very feminine power. It's good stuff. And with them and my cohort, which was about 11 to 15 people, we discovered over a year different mechanisms in the body, and we learned about everything from digestion and the mitochondria, powerhouse of the cell, classic, to the different types of relationships and how we interact with ourselves and how our body reacts to our environment and how different all our bodies are and how different all our paths to wellness are. We also learned about, plants and how those might be supportive in place of more difficult to acquire or more spendy items for wellness. And I kind of, as I went through the program, I was able to sort of integrate it with my ideas of writing, because what I try to do with my writing process and my writing support process is to not only support the writer and that piece but also their confidence in their ability to use their voice, and also be in their best place in their body to support their writing process. Because if we don't have access to as much of our brains as we can, then we might feel mentally foggy, blocked, and not a lot of that can help is very helpful for our writing process. We want to be able to be clear, and forward with our ideas often. So that's just kind of my general gist of what I hope to offer the world. So this YouTube channel will focus on, sometimes I will have, thoughts about wellness processes, and or just give general things that are already out there, but I just hope to give to my particular audience. I also hope to share knowledge specifically from books. I love reading. I love books. I love learning. I wish I could just be in school forever, but who can afford that? So my hope is to read books maybe chapter by chapter and give you the hot takes from them, what I get from them, and also share with folks on a general level within the books, but also everything else that I bring here. I hope to share not necessarily what's wrong with certain practices, but what to be careful about. Because there are lots of practices that are really only available to certain folks in certain demographics. And another hope of mine is just to literally be accessible to folks that have been not as paid attention to. Because when we think of health and wellness, we kind of have a certain person in our mind. We have a picture in our mind. Well, several of us do. Maybe you haven't come up with one yet, but that person that comes to mind is not my only audience. And I want to be extremely mindful of accessibility of whatever I suggest. For example, if I suggest trying out some sort of exercise, I'm not exercise focused by any means, but let's just say I suggest Tai Chi or yoga or something. I also am very blatant about the fact that it's very helpful to do everything little by little, step by step. It's totally fine if you need to do chair Tai Chi or chair yoga, whatever feels good. Literally, the only goal is to get you into a place that feels good in your body, where you don't feel like you're trying to escape or run away from anything. And I definitely don't want anybody to try to run away or escape from my content. That would be unfortunate. So, yes, books, knowledge, accessibility, writing. Yes, I hope I can be of some support to some of you as I create content on this channel. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day.